Hey guys, welcome back. I'm very excited to tell you guys about my idea for an AI SaaS called Cofounder. Imagine being able to control your applications just by telling them what you want to do. No complex setup, no coding, just natural language commands. And that's what Cofounder gives you. So I want you guys to see what it does. I think it's the future of AI automation and agents. It's an API that turns your natural language commands into instructions across the applications you use every single day. So I want to show off first what something like this would be like today, in that I want to show you that it's possible for sure. So here, let me go ahead and make this full screen and share my screen with you. So this right here is my self-hosted instance of N8N, which you can see that it's got an AI agent, and then I got this email assistant. I'm going to be showing off my new email assistant today. But in the old one, what you'd have to do is you'd have to come in here and you'd be setting up this workflow. And then I even made this fancy where you have another AI agent that comes in here and it sends in an email, and then you have to go to this one. And for every action that you want it to take, you have to set up another one, and there's no ability to, and if you wanted to add cycles, or if you wanted to ask for human sign off or any of these other things, you have to go in here and you have to manually take the JSON that you get from your command, make sure it gets passed through correctly, parse it, and then pass it through this tool. And for every one of these tools, you have to wire up these fields manually to get something like sending emails done. And then if you want to create a draft, or if you want to search for a message, you have to do all those separately. And then you have to respond. You have to do all this wiring, when what you really want is just to say, hey, I want this thing to happen. And that's the problem with tools like Zapier, Make.com, and NAN. They're powerful, but they require extensive configuration and a steep learning curve. And you can get some pre-made templates, but ultimately, at the end of the day, you're responsible for making sure that these things work, and you get reliability. But it involves configuring multiple nodes and understanding the intricacies of each application and their API and translating your requests into those. So even with these tools, you're limited by predefined actions and have to think through the specifics of how the tasks are going to work and how they're going to interact with each other. And I think that AI agents, or AI, is smart enough and will get even smarter to be able to plan and have independent decision making in the future. I think that Cofounder is the future of this. So let me first just say that this works right here. There's nothing wrong with this. I have shown before that what I can do is I can come here and I can test this workflow, and I can say, give me 1 second. Send a message to fake@fake.com asking them about the weather tomorrow. It sends it just fine, right? There you go. So, that works just fine. But the thing is that now if I say, create a draft for fake@fake.com asking about the weather tomorrow.
I have created a draft email to fake@fake.com
The thing is it didn't.
for the weather forecast for tomorrow in New York City.
The thing is that it didn't, because I didn't program this to ever be able to send a draft. There's no way for it to send a draft. If we look at this execution and we go down to this email assistant and we follow this one through, and we actually go to, there is no execution here where it actually went through and called send email or search emails, because it doesn't know how to do this. That's the problem, is that if I want to send a draft, if I want to take a new action on the API, I have to go in and program it. So what I did was I built an API with all of the different emails in here, all the different tools, and not an NAN, because I want something that was a little more scalable. I could interact with any application, because I thought I didn't want to tie my wheelhouse to N8N's thing and their nodes and stuff like that. Instead, I just wanted to be able to, reach out to it. So I built it using LangGraph and LangChain. And here you can see that I just set up a quick test API, and I'm using Flask for this. And I can boot this up on my port. And here, if we just make a request, you can see that right here, if I copy this, this is just the forwarded version of it. You can see I'm just running ngrok here. And I just make a post list, draft an email to fake@fake.com, telling me an interesting fact about space. It's going to run, and it ran. And if we go here, you can see it got that done, and it was actually able to make a draft. So fake at fake.com and all those fun things. And my point is that, like, notice that I didn't have to go in and program it. Instead, this was a really, it allowed me to eliminate a lot of complexity from the whole space. It allows me to just use natural language to say, hey, app, this is what I want you to do. And there's no interfaces to learn, no complicated stuff. Just say the word, and it's done. All the complexity of, like, the function calling and the API interactions are handled behind the scenes, translated all of that. And here, let me actually just show you how easy it is to swap this out for N8N. So I come here, and I go back to home. So before, I had to go in, and I had to figure out how to manually code each email assistant to do the thing I wanted to do, and I had to figure out how each API interaction worked, and then hook them all up together and wire them and translate it every step. Now, all I need to do is, you can see here, that if I was to come in here, and I was just to disable this, and I can add a new tool, and I can just make an HTTP request. All I need to do is just come down to my app here. I just need to grab this URL, and I'm just going to be making a post request with the query. That's it. So all I need to do is just do a post request with the query. Use this to control Gmail. Use natural language to send any command you want Gmail to do. And that's just so the agent knows what to do, and all I need to do is just click send body. I just add query, and I just say, hey, that is required, and I'm done. Create a draft for the co-founder team at fake.com saying that I really love the new app. It makes everything so easy. I just say the word, and it happens.
A draft email has been created for the co-founder team expressing your love for the new app. If you need any changes or additional information, let me know.
You can see right there, hey team, just want to take a moment to express how much I love the new app. Makes everything easy. Just say the word and it's happened. Great job everyone bringing this to life. Best your name. And you can see cofounder@example.com. It got that. It's like, I didn't have to program this in, so it gets the right thing or does anything like that. It knows how to create a draft. It knows how to send a message. It can do all the things I want to. It can search for emails. Like, all of the things that you would want to do in Gmail are just, like, the tools are already built, and all you need to do is just ask, and it's done. With Cofounder, you gain unparalleled power and control over your computer applications. You focus on what you want to happen, not how to make it happen. Because it's based in natural language, the learning curve is virtually non-existent. And because it's API first, you can just tie it in with any application, anywhere, anytime. There's no proprietary software like N8N or Zapier or anything like that where your workflows are tied to it. It's code that you can express in, so you can use the most powerful customizations and just hand over the most complex things of integrating with your apps and achieving these outcomes to us. And then you can just focus on the business logic that makes your offering unique with those apps. So setup is faster than any automation tool out there because you can just send a request to the API and it starts automating tasks immediately. And that's what makes it intuitive. So today we're just demonstrating with Gmail, but Cofounder isn't limited to just one application. Our goal is to integrate with every app that has an API interface in the future. So for any API in the world, I think that we can build a super reliable agent to interact with it, and you can use natural language to talk to that computer. And I believe that you can imagine interacting with interlacing multiple services together without writing a single line of code. We believe that the future of computing is based on natural language. You just asking the computer what you want it to do, and it just works. And I think that this is a very good direction for that. It goes beyond tools like ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, you can generate text. You can do things like function calling. You have to set that up yourself. We take care of all that hard work. The AI automation agency owners are going to love this. Business owners, developers, anyone who wants to streamline their workflows. If you used to log into your applications, you don't need to do that anymore. You can just say, hey, do this, and the application can do it for you. We believe in offering simplicity and control over your applications is a long-term strategy for Cofounder. With Cofounder, your words have power. You articulate needs, and we handle the rest. I am looking forward to bringing this future live to you guys. I'm curious if you guys want to see more assistance or just want to play around with this one right now. It's still just an early beta. It's all just local development stuff that I threw together. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on how Cofounder empowers you to achieve more with less effort. I'm personally very excited about this future. I think that having this is a major competitive advantage. Yes, you can do email assistance, and yes, you can use all these things, but the ability, like handing it off to a professional team to manage these integrations and like letting us just focus on getting these things to be super reliable and handling like the weird edge cases or the combined workflows and like the ordering of tasks and stuff like that. I think that there's some really powerful futures here. I can't wait to bring it to you all. So I guess that's what I have for Cofounder right now. And if that excites you, let me know. As always, thanks for getting better.